Lead the Way, a podcast for school leaders with author, speaker, and educator, Dr. Bill Ziegler.
Welcome to Lead the Way, a podcast for ed leaders by ed leaders in 5 minutes or less. Today, I am here with just a very good friend, an award-winning principal, and a leader in the great state of Kansas, Dr. Britton Hart. Britton, it's so great to have you on Lead the Way today.
Hey, it's great to see you. And I tell you, your listeners, if you keep lying like that, they're going to question your integrity if you keep talking like that about me. So great to see you. How's life with you?
Yeah, life's very good. You know, we're getting ready to start another school year, and it's been really good. I love just digging into it. I'm at the high school level. And if you don't know Britton, he is the 2016 Kansas Principal of the Year. And today, Britton's going to be talking about something that's really important for leaders, and that's 4 key roles of highly effective leaders. Britton, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I heard a quote that'll kick us off here, Bill, from a principal the other day. The leader dictates the weather in the building. And that's so impactful. And I think when you think about that weather, McCrell talks about 4 key roles of highly effective leader. And I'm going to unpack those 4. And I'm going to kind of put you on the spot and ask you which one or 2 you feel like are strengths of yours. But the first one's visionary. So how do you set that moral purpose? How do you build that vision around being student-centered? The second key role is being a connector. So everything to do with relationships. How do people feel welcomed? How do people feel like they're part of the culture in the building? The things that really probably you and I got into the business for because we love kids, we love people. The third's a director. You know, you can have a great vision, you can have great relationships, but at the end of the day, you have to set some goals and you got to make people accountable to those goals. And they have to be goals that matter, ones that are going to push achievement, push learning. And the last piece that I think you and I share also is just being a learner. We got to continue to grow and learn. There's always something new out there. There's always going to be something that you and I may pick up that we could bring into our building and bring into our kids. And if we are comfortable with the status quo, we're not challenging the kids the way we need. So my question to you, I know this is kind of your show, but my question to you is if you think about the visionary, the connector, the director, and the learner, which is that one that's really pivotal to you that you think is an attribute and kind of a skill of yours?
Yeah, I think without a doubt, I think the connector piece, you know, I'm a big believer. It's all about the relationships, right? And relationships are such a key component of what we do. And then, you know, I think the learner piece for me is another big one. I'm just a voracious learner, always trying to learn something new, challenge myself. But how about you, Britton? What's top for you and why?
You know, I always like to unpack this leadership things because as I reflect on my leadership opportunities with great people, you always try to surround yourself by people that have different strengths. Because I think the reason I ask you is we both have weaknesses. We both have blind spots. We both have areas that we need to work on. I'm going to have to say sometimes I didn't take enough time to be a learner. Sometimes I didn't take time out and didn't know the importance of doing that. But I would find people that would be assistants, would be part of my team, teacher leaders, that would challenge my thinking and challenge me as a learner. And I always thought that was helpful. So what about you? What's an area that you think that you would grow in?
Yeah, I think the director piece is a place that I probably need to grow and develop more skill set in. You know, the other piece too is I really like how you talked about is like setting goals and making sure that learning's effective. And I think that's something that I'm just constantly wanting to hone in on. And then lastly, even with being a learner, sometimes I can get a little scattered on what I want to learn about. And I'd really like to focus in on something and really learn a lot about that one thing, you know, whether it be student engagement or empowering student voice or working with professional learning, whatever that might be. But these are such rock solid tips. You know, let's say a young ed leader's out there. What's one word of advice you would give them right now as we close out? What's one word of advice you would give an ed leader to be highly effective?
Lean into your strengths. Don't try to be somebody you're not. Lean into the things that you're good at right now and surround yourself by people that will complement those strengths with their own strengths to make your team highly effective.
I absolutely love that. There's nothing better than when we are authentic and living out who we are as leaders. Our people that follow us don't need us to be someone else. They need us to be the best version of us. So, Britton, thanks so much for reminding us of that today. And thanks so much for your work in Kansas and challenging us to be highly effective leaders today.
Yeah, it's been an honor, Bill. It's great to see you as always and keep up the great work.
Thanks so much, Britton. Thanks for being on Lead the Way.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Dr. Bill Ziegler with Lead the Way. Bill has great resources for school leaders at chaselearning.org. That's chaselearning.org. Thanks for listening to Lead the Way with Dr. Bill Ziegler.